morning, everyone. I hope this finds you doing well. And if not, I hope that you hear something here that helps. It is, let's say, April 19th, 2025 as I'm recording this. I hope everyone is having a relaxing weekend. There are protests going on, the 51 protests all over the United States against the administration. You want to check that out? Thought we'd do a Celtic cross spread and see what's going on. The first card out is going to be, what is the situation around us? Collective, what's the situation around us? What is the situation? The Empress. Is this us? Do we embody the Empress energy right now? It's about nourish and productivity. Our society forgets that we're living beings and we aren't just robots. You know? What areas of your life do you need watering? How can you tend to your body with greater intention? That's the present situation. You need to pay more attention to your body. Hydrate. Get out in nature. Nourish your soul and your body. Your body, though, in particular. What foods are you feeding yourself? What are you drinking? Where is your water coming from? What source? What source is your food and water coming from? What is the challenge? What's our challenge, collective? Justice. Look, having your feet in two worlds and you're about to fall off. You need to make a decision about something. It may be scary to close that one door before another one is all the way open, but you need to just jump to the other side. It's gonna be okay. That's your challenge. You have your feet in different worlds. You need to close that one door. You need to jump. Or like this, she's got a foot on the edge of two boats, and if she doesn't make a decision which boat to jump into, she's gonna fall in the water. Make a decision. It's gonna be fine. The past. This is a recent past that's affecting this challenge right now. What's the recent past that's affecting this? Thank you. Excuse me. Ten of Swords. This is your fears and your anxieties, and you have a lot of them from the recent past. Look, and there is one in particular that sword is out. It's time to put those down. They are just in your head. Your fears and anxieties aren't real. Only one of them is. And most likely it won't even hurt you. But that's from your recent past. Our fourth card is what's in the immediate future. What's in our immediate future, Spirit? Seven of Swords. I want to read the Seven of Swords in this book. This is in our immediate future. She's outside a home with her Seven of Swords. This is about honesty and people pleasing. Listen, I know how tempting it is to say yes to whatever comes your way, but continuing to override your intuition is going to bite you in the ass real soon. The Seven of Swords is all about being honest. Maybe you said yes to something out of obligation, or because you didn't want to feel left out, or because you initially thought it would be fun but have since changed your mind. It doesn't really matter how you ended up here. The Seven of Swords gives us a chance to get out. In this card, a woman has dragged herself on a ski trip she didn't want to go on. She's brought 5 swords with her on the chairlift, but is looking back longingly at the two back at the cozy cabin where she wishes she were instead. There are so many reasons why we people please. Trauma, attachment wounds, social norms, white supremacy. The list goes on. The important message here is that people aren't mind readers. So if something isn't sitting right, now might be an ideal time to speak up. Only if it's safe, of course. This is the near future. You're going to be asked to speak up. Only if it's safe, of course. I had to speak up yesterday, and boy, it's uncomfortable, and it still goes on in my mind, but we do it anyway because it's the right thing. But only if it's safe. Only if you're safe. What's above? What is what's in your consciousness about this? What's in our conscious mind about this? Or what are we thinking? We have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. This is the backpacker of swords. Differentiation and obedience. This is what our consciousness thinks. The backpacker of swords is lovable and obnoxious at the same time. She isn't trying to be the worst, but like any teen, isn't concerned about how her actions will impact others. She snaps at her parents, slams doors, lies to friends, and has a knack for arguing with teachers at the most inopportune times. But the backpacker of swords can teach us a thing or two about the benefits of disobedience. She embodies a sense of healthy differentiation, figuring out where she ends and other people begin. This is a vital part of the individuation process. We need to be able to question authority to figure out what beliefs we agree with and which ones we don't. to make mistakes and learn from them, to chart our own path. With the aid of the backpacker of swords, we bring online the sacred skeptical part of us that doesn't automatically agree with everyone. Ugh. Does anyone relate? Because I sure do. We see words as words, not truths. We filter what people say through our own lens and observe how it lands in our body, taking what resonates and leaving the rest. This is in our conscious mind. How beautiful. It's teaching us about disobedience and what we can learn from that. How beautiful is that? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, come through. From speaking out, look, we let go of our fears, nightmares. That does nothing to sit in fear, worry, anxiety. We speak out only when we feel safe, of course. I have chills. I wish, I don't know if you can see that. It changes the color so much, but I literally have chills. We speak out only if we feel safe. And then we are taught the value of disobedience. Let's see what's below. What's in our unconscious mind? What don't we know about? Oh, Lord. The death card. We are definitely reading this because it is fiery. This is what's in our unconscious mind. Transformation and illusions. Dude, I always think releasing will feel light and airy, like I'm a goddamn fern goalie dancing on sparkling lily pads or something. So when it rips through my body like a terrible flu, sometimes quite literally, I'm left breathless at how violent this process actually is. The death card speaks to the intense nature of transformations. We're talking major dark night of the soul vibes, a death of an identity, a way of being, a version of ourselves we've outgrown. The death card shows up when we're being asked to torch it all to the ground and start over. Of course, it's never really starting over. We're constantly going through cycles. I know a cycle's ending for me, and that's why I'm getting emotional, so excuse me. We're perpetually ending and beginning cycles. It's just another major cycle and makes me emotional, especially when they call me out too. I am collective also. Let's see. Of course, it's never really starting over. We're constantly going through cycles, peeling back layers, diving deeper, expanding our consciousness. But the truth of this card is that the Band-Aids are no longer working. We need to make some serious changes, and the only way to do it is to set our life on fire and see what survives after the destructions. Some call this darkness depression, but perhaps it is more accurately Some call this darkness depression, but perhaps it is more accurately the experience of waking up to oppression. It's time to get all the existential and ask ourselves the big questions. What's my purpose? What am I doing with my life? Who am I becoming? Our subconscious mind is busy, isn't it? Lord. And I don't mean to make light of that. What's our advice? Please tell me, what's our advice, Spirit? take a vacation? Let's see. Yeah, Backpacker of Wands is about multi-dimensional. YOLO, baby, the Backpacker of Wands. Look, this is our advice card. Is the Backpacker of Wands is the cool kid on the block, always painting her nails a wacky color and ditching class to work on her art. For the Backpacker of Wands, rules don't apply. She refuses to be shoved in the box. And don't even think about trying to tell her what to do. She can be a bit of a troublemaker, and that's why we love her. She isn't afraid to go against the grain, to stand out from the crowd, to wear all black one day and polka dots the next. The Backpacker of Wands is here with a reminder that we are allowed to reinvent ourselves however many times we damn well please. We are multi-dimensional beings who are constantly in the process of getting to know ourselves. We can like an activity today, but not tomorrow. We can take a stance for something and then change our minds. We can build a reputation in one area and decide to go in a different direction. Let our sassy Backpacker of Wands help you express yourself even more fully and give you the courage to be whoever the F you want to be. That's your advice card. Take that advice. I'm going to every day, but today I will, for sure. What are external factors in this situation? Whoa! The Five of Swords? That's our external factors that are affecting this situation. Self-love. It's easy to say we love ourselves when things are going well, but as soon as shit hits the fan and all our triggers rise to the surface, that's when the real work begins. This is about setting our egos to the side so we can practice radical self-love. Are you pushing yourself too hard? Practice self-love by listening to your body. So there are external forces. Yes. Okay. Our hopes and fears. What are our hopes and fears? Hopes and fears for this situation, please. Lower cups. I guess this would be like the Queen. Is this like the Queen of Cups? This is about boundaries, releasing savior mentality. This is your hopes and your fears. Everyone in town looks up to that Guide of Cups. She's an esteemed midwife, is all about that fresh loose leaf tea, and spends her Saturdays getting up impressively early to watch the sunrise. The Guide of Cups is the empowered empath we all aspire to be. She's learned how to embrace her sensitivity while staying grounded in her sense of self. This is a feat. Her superpower is setting energetic energetic and psychic boundaries, knowing what works for her and what doesn't, and communicating her needs clearly. The flip side is the ability to respect the boundaries of others and allowing people to have their own emotional experiences, recognizing that not everything is about her. With the Guide of Cups, we see that, she's a sensitive being in a chaotic world. How beautiful is that? All right, and the potential outcome. What's our potential outcome, Spirit? Potential outcome as a collective. The world. Think you're going on an adventure? Is someone turning 21? Are they going on a trip for your 21st birthday? Completion. Look at you. Because damn, life sure is beautiful. The world symbolizes an ending of a chapter, a sense of completion, closure. There is a squishiness to it because goodbyes are hard. Perhaps some grief is surfacing that's natural, or maybe even a little fear, like, eek, what's next? What if this is as good as it gets? What if the best is behind me? But the medicine of this card is the journey is long in a good way. You have so much more time, collective. You just don't even know. The journey is long in a good way. There is so much more for you to do and explore and people to meet and magic to experience. Life is not linear, and the world card shows up to remind us the lessons we can learn from Mother Nature, how she cycles through seasons, each serving an important purpose, a never-ending ebb and flow. What a relief it is to know that we always get to shed old layers in the fall, rest in the winter, plant new seeds in the spring, and play in the summer. It's spring right now. We're planting where I am in the northern hemisphere of the United States, and it's getting ready to be summer, time to play. We might not know exactly what lies ahead, but isn't that what makes life worth living? You are doing it. I am doing it. We are doing it together. I hope you found messages here. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, leave a kind comment. Have a wonderful day. This is Stevie's Tarot. Peace.